13. That is the number of times England have drawn a World Cup game without scoring a single goal. It's a record that often serves as the primary evidence for those who believe this team is perpetually stuck in first gear. This chart shows how that tally compares to the most successful nations in the tournament's history. Brazil have 5 titles and only 9 scoreless draws. Germany have 4 titles and 7. England lead the world with 13. The most recent draw against Ghana added a particularly frustrating layer to the data. England held 79% of the ball, the highest possession recorded by any team that failed to score in a World Cup match in 60 years. While these figures are often used to highlight failure, they also reveal a team that has achieved a rare level of territorial dominance. Beneath the surface-level frustration, the numbers suggest a squad that is actually trending toward a very different outcome in 2026. Public perception is often shaped by the emotional weight of a 0-0 draw. However, a closer look at the performance metrics suggests the pundits are focusing on the scoreline while missing the stability of the underlying system. Historically, the majority of England's scoreless draws occur during the group stage. These are typically low-variance matches against defensive opponents, where the risk of losing is minimal, but the incentive to overextend is low. Context matters. Before arriving at this tournament, England maintained a 12-game competitive winning streak, their longest run of dominance in over a decade. Even in the Ghana match, the defensive control was absolute. Ghana were restricted to just 2 shots, the joint lowest of any opponent in the opening round. England didn't just survive the match, they neutralized it. There is a vital distinction between a team that is tactically broken and one that is experiencing a clinical slump. One requires a total system overhaul. The other simply requires a return to the mean in front of the goal. The Ghana performance shows a team that has secured its defensive floor. With that foundation in place, the path to the knockout rounds becomes a question of finishing, not survival. If history is any indicator, a flawless group stage is rarely a prerequisite for lifting the trophy. Since 1990, nearly every World Cup winner has faced a significant setback or a moment of doubt before the knockout rounds. In 2014, Germany were held to a 2-2 draw by Ghana, in a match that many saw as a sign of defensive weakness, before they went on to beat Brazil and Argentina. More recently, Argentina began their 2022 campaign by losing to Saudi Arabia, a result that felt like a national crisis, but ultimately served as the catalyst for their championship run. England have already demonstrated their ceiling in this tournament. Their 4-2 win over Croatia showed a level of efficiency and variety in attack that a single 0-0 draw doesn't erase. They also possess specific individual advantages. Jude Bellingham is now 22, and his record in knockout round football across his career remains incredibly consistent. For past winners, an early tournament struggle often functions as a necessary stress test. For this England squad, the draw against Ghana may have provided the exact reality check needed before the stakes escalate. Any analysis of England's chances has to account for the shadow of 1966. It is the benchmark against which every subsequent failure is measured. 6 decades have passed. The players who secured that victory at Wembley have moved into their 80s. The fans who witnessed it are now grandparents. Each generation since has followed a similar arc. The initial promise of a golden generation, followed by a high-profile exit in the quarter or semifinals. This decade has been particularly grueling. England have reached 2 major finals in the last 8 years, both of which ended in the psychological toll of a penalty shootout. The loss to Spain in the 2024 final remains the most painful point of reference, a late winner in the 86th minute that cut short the team's best chance at a trophy in over half a century. However, the current squad is composed of players who have matured within that high-pressure environment. Having already navigated the heaviest moments of national expectation, they are uniquely conditioned for the knockout stages in 2026. When the tournament moves into the knockout phase, the game shifts from a test of endurance to a game of margins and depth. This is where England's depth becomes an objective advantage. Their substitutes hold a combined market value of over £400 million, providing a level of fresh talent that few other benches can match in extra time. In knockout games, individual efficiency often outweighs tactical systems. Jude Bellingham maintains a direct goal contribution in 73% of his career knockout appearances. a rate that highlights his ability to find a result when the game tightens. Then there is the penalty factor. Harry Kane has converted 87% of his competitive penalties. In a tournament phase, often decided by a single kick, England have one of the most reliable finishers in the world. Underpinning this is Thomas Tuchel's tournament record. He has consistently reached the final stages of every major competition he has managed, showing a specific expertise in navigating the bracket. When you combine this level of bench depth with high percentage knockout performers and a manager who specializes in tournament progression, you see a squad equipped to handle the specific pressures that have derailed previous generations. The tournament bracket has also aligned in England's favor. Major rivals like Spain and Brazil are positioned on the opposite side of the draw, creating a clear statistical path to the Final Four. Based on the current trajectory of the squad and their defensive stability, England are projected to reach the semifinals, where their depth and penalty reliability will finally be the deciding factors. Choosing to believe in this campaign requires prioritizing the evidence of the present over the historical records of the past. After 60 years of near misses, the 2026 World Cup represents the first time England's tactical profile and squad depth align with the historical requirements of a world champion.